What is good, people? It's honestly just so crazy how, doing a little bit of reflection. Don't know anything about you, but I'm about it. Can't afford this, just doing a little bit of reflection, and I started my YouTube channel I think about 2 years ago officially. I posted one video and then I posted a bunch of other videos. I deleted a lot of the videos that I first started making because those were absolutely garbage. It's not the kind of content that I'm proud of, but it was the only content I was capable of making, and I feel like now I'm at a place where, my first couple of videos I didn't really know what I was doing, but now I'm finally in a space where content that I'm making and the ideas that I'm coming up with are things that I can look back on and be proud of, knowing that everything is kind of developing. It's like I like to make a lot of comparisons to basketball because that was the first thing that I really cared about, the first thing that I was really passionate about. I always tell people this: basketball was my first love, my first girlfriend. And so making the comparison to basketball and drawing on that, it's like at first, first of all, I feel like I start everything late. Basketball, I started very late. I missed the cut in middle school in 7th grade. I made the team in 8th grade. So I'd say that 7th grade summer of me missing the cut for the 7th grade team, and then really putting the work in that summer. Some of my really close friends know this story, but it's something that I haven't really shared, it's crazy that I'm randomly thinking of this before I do this video, but just this time of self-reflection. That 7th grade summer is the summer that I really took basketball seriously, and the start of what happened. It was that summer. So that summer I would go to Eisenhower Elementary Park every single day, and I would play basically from sun up to sundown, and I would just shoot the basketball, and that's all I did. I'd shoot and I'd dribble and I'd just play by myself just all day. And it literally stemmed from me missing the cut and just not being good at basketball, where like other people who were quote unquote, the cool kids or whatever in middle school were playing basketball, right? And that was like kind of the group. And so that was really motivational for me. So every day, sun up to sundown, shot, dribbled, worked on my shot, worked on my game. And every day, little did I know, there was another guy there who also just was there every day, like practicing. And this man's name was Elliot, who was like the first, I would say, mentor that I ever had in my life. I got to a point, I would say a couple weeks in, he saw me every day and he saw the dedication and he saw the consistency that I had. He just came up to me one day and started talking to me and said, "Hey man, I see you here every day." Let me turn the light on. "Hey man, I see you here every day. I see you really want to get better. Why don't you let me train you?" And I was like, "Sure, I'm down." And from then on, he trained me. And that whole summer I worked with him sun up to sundown, doing shooting drills, dribbling drills, playing him one-on-one, and just developed my game really from there. And he taught me the fundamentals and everything. A to Z, basketball skills, basketball drills, we did it all. And that 8th grade, I made the team, and that whole year I continued to work with him. Every single day, 7 days a week, I worked with this guy. Not a lot of people know this story, but that's how I got good at basketball. That's how I developed my love. It started with this person who I give all credit to, but also my drive and work ethic. Naturally, I'm a very lazy person. I'm gonna get that out the way right now. I'm the laziest guy you'll ever meet. I'll be the first one to tell you that. I love taking naps. I love sleeping in, and I'm not afraid to admit that. Like, I'm literally the laziest guy you will ever meet in your life. But when I feel passionate and motivated and I love something and I truly enjoy it, that's when I give it 1,000%, and I take things into overdrive and I push it, and I want to be the best at it. And the first thing ever in my life that I found that out about myself was through the game of basketball. You're not going to outwork me. You're not going to beat me one-on-one. You're not going to outshoot me. You're not going to outwork me. When I turn it up, I'm the greatest. And being able to find that out about myself through the game of basketball is highly, for me, that I was like dead set on, I'm going to go to the NBA, And then I was crushed when that dream kind of fell through, and this is a whole nother story that I can probably share later down the line because I could go on and on about this. Dream fell through, didn't work out, crushed, was wondering, felt lost, why didn't this work out? This was the main thing, and now I draw upon that because that's the key cornerstone of this next passage in my life, which now is YouTube. And I currently feel that this summer is the summer, and I'm speaking this into existence and I'm putting this out in the universe right now. This is the summer that I pop off onto YouTube. Right now I feel truly passionate about making YouTube videos. I feel comfortable in front of the camera just talking to you guys. I feel comfortable editing. I feel comfortable putting out the videos that I'm making right now, and everything's just sort of clicking right now. Super hyped about being in this zone and being in this mode where basically it's the flow state where picking up the camera, coming up with the idea, making the video, editing it, putting it out, it's just such a fluid process, where before, making YouTube videos was a hassle. Like starting off, getting up, going to go shoot a basketball and doing something that I'm terrible at is not fun, right? And so for me in the beginning of making YouTube videos, probably making like one bad video every 1, 2, 3, 4 months. And then it slowly picked up into one video a month, into one video a week, into now a video every single day. And looking back on with the whole basketball comparisons, and now finding religion and everything just sort of clicking on all cylinders for me at this point in my life. This is the summer I pop off. This is the summer I take over the YouTube game. I become the biggest YouTuber in the world, in the universe, putting it out there. That's the energy that I'm putting out, and I'm just so confident in my ability to do that. So I know I can't control the amount of people that get to see my content. I can't control the number of people who subscribe. I can't control the people who like the video. I can't control the people who share the video. But what I know I can't control is the work that I'm putting in, the hours that I'm putting in into making these videos, and knowing that I'm just in full overdrive and just putting this work in. To me, it's undeniable of what's going to happen as a result of that. And this is pretty long, and a lot of people probably won't make it through all this, but if you did, you're in for a special treat, because I literally made the rap video yesterday at the time of filming this, One Take Wonder. I had written the rap like months ago, and I just kept it on my phone and whatever, didn't plan on doing anything with it. I'm not a rapper, I'm not a singer, but maybe one day I will be, who knows, right? I did grow up as a kid trying out all the different instruments. Played drums, played guitar, played piano, you know, typical Asian shit. Played the drums, killed it naturally, instinctually. Piano, guitar. Basketball is pretty instinctual too. Naturally athletic, just natural ability. And so with rapping too, it's like, it's fun. It's not something I practice. It's not something that, I guess, like enjoying rap music, you know, and like rapping along is practice, but not really, right? Like actually writing raps and doing that and putting 10,000 hours into being a musician, right? So in terms of like the whole, and I do believe in the 10,000 hour theory, where basically if you put 10,000 hours into something, you become a master at it. And so I for sure, without a doubt in my mind, like actual factual facts, I've put in well over 10,000 hours into basketball, into shooting a basketball, playing basketball, well over 10,000 hours. So I just, you know, gifted, master at it. And now putting my 10,000 hours in the YouTube game, if we're counting watching YouTube content and then the whole process of actually making a YouTube video, where it's, you know, coming up with the idea, filming, editing, posting, post-production, you know, all this stuff that goes into actually making a YouTube video, a well-crafted YouTube video, I would say I'm getting close to 10,000 hours. But if we're talking about, you know, 10,000 hours of filming, 10,000 hours of editing, 10,000 hours of whatever, right, then it's a long way to go, right? But this summer, I'm really putting the time in, and I can't emphasize that enough, because for me, I always want to know the backstory behind, dang, how did this person do that, or how did this person do that, or whatever. Whereas before, when you're more ignorant of things, you just kind of see the content, see whatever, not knowing the work behind it. You see the car, but you don't know the story of how they got that car. Terrible analogy, I don't even know where I'm going with that, but I want to know the process. So me knowing I'm going to pop off this summer, right, and just being hungry for it, and knowing I'm going to grind my ass off this entire summer because I love YouTube and this is what I want to do. This is the backstory. This is where it all begins, right here, right now. The summer that I pop off in YouTube, and this is the video where it literally all begins. Or, I mean, it's already started. I've already been putting out content, but this is the origin of it, you know? And a little bit of backstory tying it to basketball, just something that I love to do. And now this. Anyways, that was like a long tangent, and I wasn't really expecting to tell you guys all that, but I mean, I guess it went there.